very good question. In fact, let me tell you, the background of the Hindu Academy, the Vivekananda Center that's been doing work in this field for the last, I would say, 30 years roughly. You see, initially, when we started our classes, about 25 years back, all we did was, we had a lot of youngsters, 5, 6-year-olds, and we were just doing funny stories, because they like funny stories, from the Puranas, from the narrative of Hinduism, stories about Bhim and this and that, and they're colorful stories, that the stories about, courage and valor and strength and righteousness. They're lovely stories. And youngsters relate to that. So this colorful narrative was enough to draw them to our classes. And this is how most of the Hindus come across the religion, through this colorful narrative. I was brought to Hinduism through the colorful narratives my grandparents told me that attracted me to religion. So that is wonderful. Now the problem is this. The colorful narratives that attracted me are no longer going to attract the modern youth today in India or here. You say, oh, but we still love Hanuman and all that. I say, oh yeah, you do. But you have now competition. You got Star Wars, you got, Harry Potter. Same idea with technology, boom, flying off into space and all this. The same story of courage and valor, fighting good over evil, now presented in this much more modern technological manner, which is 10 times more, 100 times more attractive to the modern youth, whether it's Hindu or non-Hindu, than the lovely, colorful ancient stories. Suppose you say, oh, here's Hanuman, he flew with the mountain. You say, wow, the olden days, we say, wow, this is fun. And now you tell anybody, huh, so what? It won't attract them anymore. They want this zip, zapping and all that. So the world has moved on, as you said quite rightly, the world is moving on very fast. So the narrative that can attract Hindu youth in the past is not going to work anymore. I'm telling you blatantly. You can try and make the story of Hanuman and Ganesh and all that very colorful and, kind of almost like technological. But, you see, it doesn't come up to the level that they're expecting now. So what should we do? Should we abandon? No. Provided you present the ideas of respecting and dignifying humanity, and why humanity and courage and valor, etc., are such crucial aspects to us being human beings. Whatever narrative you use, you can use the Western narrative. There's nothing wrong with any of this colorful storytelling. Whether it's Avatar or Star Wars or, these are lovely stories. In fact, they borrowed the stuff from Hinduism. You may not be perhaps aware of this. Not only the words, so some of the major ideas that they kind of hang on to, this idea of good over bad. This idea in the Star Wars, that the good can easily turn to bad. So it's not a big kind of black and white distinction. All these ideas are ancient Hindu ideas. Or may the force be with you. This idea, that means there is something very powerful within you which is expressing itself as spirit. So these ideas are in modern technological science fiction stories, or the idea of matrix, for example. These are all ideas relevant to Hinduism. So suppose Hinduism is now represented through this more modern kind of technology, nothing wrong. I don't say you lost your youth. They're going to come back to this idea of deeper idea of what humanity is all about, why these ideas are important, why this idea of trying to fight our inner nature is crucial, through this kind of more colorful narrative suited to the age. So be it. So spiritual humanism will come back. This is the focus I keep talking about, because this is where, if you like, the youth will be attracted to in days to come. It cannot be stopped. Not a God in heaven, but God in humanity.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.
Talks on Hinduism. Sponsored by People Care. Encouraging caring for the elderly in their own homes. For more information, please visit peoplecare.com.